the episode 16 of the podcast, The Light in the Darkness. This is Beata. Yes, it's me, the person who is not showing herself too much, not because I don't like to, because I love myself and I love and accept everything, how I look like, but it was not always like this. And today it's a topic that I want to talk about words that can destroy. And that's why I decided to show myself and maybe get a little bit out of my comfort zone and, show you how I look like. Words can destroy. Welcome to The Light in the Darkness, my podcast on YouTube. Words have power, my dear friends. They can lift us up and give us courage, but some of them can also cut deeper, like a sharp knife in our heart. And this morning, what I do usually when I get up around 6 o'clock, I just like to look at some social media, mostly Facebook, and just see what my friends are writing. And I saw something that brought me to this. I read a comment directed at a beautiful woman who decided to show herself authentic, with no makeup, just like me now. And somebody wrote her comment, "You are getting uglier and uglier." Simple words. They might have seemed like harmless teasing, but in reality, they say so much about the author of the words. And the words that hurt. Because such words they are never really about the person who they told to, but they can hurt, especially if the person is not conscious of herself or himself and takes it literally, and it happens. But for me right now, these words that somebody said to a beautiful woman mean only one thing. They reflect the inside of the person who says the words. They also reflect the pain, lack of love, and insecurities of this person, of the person who said these words. Why is this so close to me? Yes, it is, because as a child and a teenager, I was mocked. I was bullied for many things, mostly my looks, for my glasses, for my thin hair, for my big ears, for being shy, quiet, not being able to fight for my rights. And later I was also mocked for health issues. I had a rare disease of my fingernails. They just looked different. They were not a nice looking picture for others. And people were too embarrassed to talk about it, to say something to me, something nice. They were just bullying me. And you know what the sad thing was? Like, they were children, but they were also adults. I am not mad at children, I am not angry, because children are just doing what the adults in their lives are showing them. They just modeling for them, and they just doing this. But adults, no. It was very, very painful for me. And you know, these words sometimes thrown at me as jokes or for fun, they left scars, a lot of scars inside me. Hi, Jaswinda. Nice to have you here. Thank you for listening. So these words were very hard for me. And they left scars. The scars that I was throwing, or I was holding with me, carrying with me into my adulthood. Where I'm from the United States of America, but I'm Polish. I was born in Poland. Thank you for asking. So, as I said, these wounds didn't disappear when I grew up. I carried them for a long, long time, and they affected my adult life deeply. I even think that there were a reason why my first marriage was only 3 years long and why it ended with a big, big crash. But you know, thanks to people I met along the way, those who show me kindness and love, I realized something important. It was never about me. It was never about me. Those bullying, those mockeries reflected someone else's pain, someone else's insecurities, someone else's ignorance, and it was not mine. It was not about me. It was never about me. But as a child, I didn't understand that, and it left a lot of wounds in me. Today, I know that I'm a perfect creation of God in all my imperfections. And I've learned to see myself differently with gentleness and acceptance. And that's why I'm coming here and I'm saying a big no to hate, to hurting, and to destroying others with words. Because words can kill self-confidence, especially in children. They can kill dreams. They can even literally take someone's life. But words can also build. They can lift, give strength, and ignite a spark of hope in someone. That's why I'm coming here today and talking about this and showing you myself just as I am, with no makeup, with my thin hair, with my big ears. Oh, here you go, with my big ears, with all my imperfections, because I want to tell you one thing. Please stop hate. There is so much hate on social media. There is so much hate in the world, everywhere. We need to stop it. We need to stop teaching our children and grandchildren these awful things. Where is love? Where is acceptance? Where is being responsible adults? And I was lucky that in my life I had people that I met who showed me what the life is about, what the love is about, and that I'm perfect the way I am, with all my imperfections. I was lucky, but some people are not. That's why I'm coming here today and I'm saying one more time, please, no hate. If you don't like somebody, if you don't like what somebody is saying, turn them off. You don't have to listen to them. But please, be nice to each other. Show your children, our children, that the world is a safe place full of love, not hate. And today I choose to say yes to love, to respect, to kindness, and for responsibility for what I speak. But I don't take responsibility for the way you understand it, only for what I speak. And I choose to come here to do this podcast. And I choose words to bring light to this world, not the darkness. That's why the podcast is called The Light in the Darkness. And remember, every sentence we say matters. It's up to us if it becomes poison and maybe kills somebody, or medicine. With love and light. Thank you for being here. Let me look at the comments really quick before I go. Jess Winder says, you have very nice country. Yes, I'm very, very thankful living in a beautiful and awesome country as the United States of America. But I'm also proud that I was born and raised in Poland, another beautiful country. Thank you. Where are you from? Randy said hi. Hi Randy, where are you from? I think Jess Winder is from far, far away because she or he, I'm not sure, says good night. But it's 9 o'clock a.m. morning here. So good morning and good night. Praveen says hi, hi. And good evening. So I guess Praveen is also from somewhere far, far away. But see, no matter where we are, if we have day, night or anything, if you want to remember something from today, let me tell you one thing. Make love, not war. And that's what I want to leave you with. And I'm reading the words you're writing. I see somebody writing loser. And as I said, these words don't hurt me personally, but they may hurt somebody else. So Torin Wood, watch your mouth, okay? Because you can bring somebody to a very bad place. That's what I was talking about. So I don't appreciate you saying loser. I don't take it personally, because I know, after all these years, that comments like this only show us the truth about the person who says them, in this case you. But anyway, I think people like you need more light and more love. That's why I send love to you, and I hope that next time when you call somebody loser, you will think about what you can do to this person. Sending love and light. Love you all. Bye.